Hello guys, it's Thumper with Financial Options, and I'm here today kicking off my YouTube channel. This is the first video of hopefully many, and I want to start this off with giving a short introduction about myself, my little trading history, and then move on to giving you guys like 5 ideas or tips you should think about to become a better trader or investor. So a little bit about me. I started investing in the stock market back in 2014. I started with index funds, VTSAX, those kind of things. Later, I started trading penny stocks. Got lucky I didn't lose my skin in that game, and more recently, been using options with great success. Uh, let's advance this. So, some goals for this channel is that I want to empower others with the knowledge that some people have taught me. I had some mentors that showed me the ropes, and I really appreciate that, and I kind of want to pay that forward. I hope to eventually create a website with learning modules where people can go and learn about new aspects of trading options and just go work through learning modules and learn that way. When I was first learning about options, it was tough to find more information because a lot of the videos I was finding were about buying premium, buying that lottery ticket to make a quick buck, and then you hear about how it's all gambling and people are losing their house over it because they just get addicted to it. But what I'm doing here is I'm usually selling premium. I mean, I buy leaps, but we're getting that later in the series. So that's kind of the number one goal, is to create like a site where you can direct someone, hey, go learn here, and then also go watch the tasty trade crash course. Give them more teachers to learn from, kind of thing. I also didn't want to limit myself to just options, so that's why I call this channel Financial Options, because I think part of what's going to make you a successful trader is having all your other financial aspects like tight in place. So the schedule that I'm thinking about for this YouTube channel is on Wednesday afternoons, kind of like a knowledge video where I might cover like a topic of interest or start pushing out some of those learning modules I want to build. So that's kind of the goal for Wednesdays. Monday mornings, as most of you who are probably watching this at the beginning know, like on the weekends is when I make up my list of plays I might be doing for the week, because I can't do that during the market while I'm working a job. So I can only do my trading during a break. So I make a shopping list, and I think it might be neat to like share that shopping list, but I'll say it in every video, like, here's my shopping list. It fits my risk profile. Do your due diligence, And then the last thing I'm thinking is like in the weekend, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on Saturdays or Sundays, but have like a weekly review of like the trades I did, what I learned from them, what I expect in the future, that kind of stuff. If I find that this is chewing off too much, then that might be the video that gets cut. I might trim it down to just 2 videos a week. We'll see what you guys want. Could be a new YouTuber. Leave some comments. Tell me what you want, and you can influence how this channel goes. So one of the first tips that you need to like look at is like evaluate your risk tolerance. You know, how much risk can you take on in your point in life? We're all at different points in our life journey. Some people are nearing retirement. They might want to be reducing risk, taking small returns, maybe investing in dividend stocks to create income. Other people might be fresh out of college with a nice job, and they could take on risks because they have no dependents. So determine where your risk tolerance is. Determine like how much money you can lose trading options, because you're leveraging up. Like, it is a risky thing to be doing. Start small, go big. That kind of stuff. You'll be seeing that in like all kinds of videos. Uh, and not just like an overview for like risk tolerance. Like when you're looking at like individual trades, how much of your portfolio are you going to put in risk on this trade? So when you start looking at other people's videos and you start hearing, most people will say your risk tolerance should be 5% of your portfolio for its individual play. So spread your shots out, and then you can land many of them. A big part of trading is that you need to like manage your mental health and your emotions. Like when you're trading options, like your moneymaker, like it's up here. You got to take care of that. Feed it the fuel you need. Get in the right state of mind so you can make decisions. Acknowledge that you have emotions. When you're feeling bad or regretting a trade you just did, like acknowledge that. acknowledge that emotion, be able to set it aside and make the best decision you can to manage that trade and execute it. And then afterwards, go back through and look at the emotions you were feeling, figure out why was I feeling that way, how can I prevent that in the future, or what can I do to, you know, turn around quickly. So just a lot of this game is mind and emotions. The market, it doesn't care how you feel. Like you want something to go up, you're praying for it, you're getting all nervous that's going down against you, and you're like, it's gotta go up. The market doesn't care. Like it doesn't know you, it doesn't care about you. Just it doesn't help you. Just set it aside, think of things logically, and execute the trades with the best information that you have. Another thing you need to do is like seek knowledge. Like there's always something new to learn. I'm still learning things every day, so never stop trying to grow. And but also be sure to like fact check what you see online. I mean, even I'm just a stranger on the internet. I could be spewing misinformation. You don't know. But when you start looking at other sources and you can fact check, you see common themes. You can take stuff that you learn from one channel and combine them together to make your own strategy. So just go out there, continue to learn, seek more knowledge, and go to improve yourself. For me, I used YouTube quite a bit. YouTube and Reddit were like my big ones. I read a couple of books, but I mean, YouTube was my big one. Tip that I use for YouTube is you can change the speed at which YouTube videos play. So I watch all my content on like times two. You do that by clicking the settings gear and then clicking times two. If you start watching all your YouTube videos at quicker speeds, like you get used to it, so maybe start at 1.25, and if you think about that, if you watch an hour of YouTube videos at that speed, you can watch 25% more content. And the good thing about these videos is if it's going too fast and someone like flies through a concept that you want to review, you can rewind it. Like that's the great thing about videos. Something that was huge in my trading growth was building relationships and finding a community of like-minded traders that I could bounce ideas off of. So what you need to do is do the same thing. Find people that are using similar strategies that you are. Build that safe environment where you guys can bounce ideas off of and help each other learn and grow. One of the greatest resources in the world are people. That applies to trading too. Like, use it. So I've built some relationships through Discord, even that I think will last a lifetime. And without those relationships, I would not have been able to double my account over the last year. And so I encourage you to go out there and seek that yourself. Having people that know where you're at and how you're trading can be there and help you realize that you might be putting on like a risky trade if you bounce that idea off of them. One of the communities I'm a part of is Randy's Discord server. I'll put a link in the description below. I think that resets every week, but go ahead, join that, look around, and see if it's a thing for you. The last thing I want to talk about is I kind of consider like the pregame. You wouldn't build a house without building a foundation first, so make sure that you're set up to succeed. And this applies to both like life and your financial journey as well. So in terms of life, like figure out what gives you value, and then spend your time and resources looking to accumulate that or get that. And in terms of like your financial situation, like are you setting yourself up to succeed? Are you paying off your debt, improving your credit score, having an emergency fund? All those like the base stuff you need to get to before you can reach that investment part where you can start taking on risk in the stock market and start using that tool to generate more wealth. And I think a big part of this is planning. Like figure out like what is your goal, whether it's in life or a career move or even individual trade. Figure out what can you do to achieve that goal, how you're going to execute those steps to get there. Think about potential obstacles you might run into and come up with a plan B of how can I get around those obstacles. And another thing is you got to think about like assessing how what you did worked. So in terms of like a trade, like your goal might be to make a little premium on an options play, figure out what strike you're going to execute it at. Potential obstacles might be what would you do if the stock drops 10% in a week? Are you going to hold your option? You're going to roll it? You're going to take a loss and move on? Like what are you going to be what are you going to be doing if the play goes against you, or also what would you do if it reaches a certain success point during its lifetime, and then in the end, like, go through and like review that trade and figure out what you did wrong, what can you learn from it. You're gonna get some trades wrong, and don't beat yourself up over it. All you get for that is just bruises. Use it as a learning opportunity and take it as an opportunity to grow and make better trades in the future.